The Guildhall Harwich, the town's only Grade 1 listed building. As you will see from the plaques on the wall here, this was built in 1769 and stands on the site of the Bear, where the council met since 1673. A building full of historic interest. Let's go inside and have a look. The Guildhall has been both a police station and a jail. Possibly one of the most interesting rooms is the jail. Look at the carvings on the wall created by the prisoners. They were not discovered until 1974 when the building was renovated. One of the interesting carvings is an American ship that depicts a very early American flag, and the date carved next to it is 1777. Keeping those carvings company is the ancient wall painting, which we believe came from the original Bear Inn. Over by the window, we have the Brussels Bell. The Brussels was a North Sea ferry captained by Charles Fryatt, who decided to take on a U-boat during the First World War. That incident cost Captain Fryatt his life, and this bell stands as a tribute to our local hero. Perhaps before we go upstairs, we should have a look at the 18th century community chest. The chest has 3 locks. The mayor has 1 key, the previous mayor has a key, and also the chamberlain. This was to make sure 3 people who were here before it could be opened to protect all the documents inside. As we climb the stairs, you can see the portrait of our previous town mayors. We are now entering the council chamber, the very heart of the building. Beside us here is the town regalia. The mace dates back to 1669, and it's been used in all ceremonial occasions. Coming down, we see the punch bowl of 1730 with its ladle. Coming down to the right, you'll see the 2 lesser maces. These were held by the Sergeant of Arms in the town before there was a police force. To the left of the maces is the silver oar and the water bailiff staff. This enabled people to go out to collect the harbour dues on the ships. And directly below you will find the seal of Harwich, which dates back to 1604. And next to those is the pen used by Elizabeth II when she came to visit us to celebrate the 400th anniversary of the Charter of 1604. At the very bottom, the Mayor's chain of office. The chain dates from 1884 and is made of 18 and 9-carat gold. The precious stones consist of diamonds and 5 ruby. The miniature of Queen Victoria was added to commemorate her jubilee in 1887. As you can see, there are a number of portraits around the room. One of the most significant is that of Her Majesty, marking her visit here in 2004. To the right of her you will find Nicholas van Zittart, later to become Lord Bexley. He was Member of Parliament for Harwich and later became the Chancellor of the Exchequer. On the far left, the portrait is of John Hopkins. John Hopkins was Mayor for Harwich 16 times, and he was instrumental in the building of the new church in 1822. At the far end of the room, a portrait of William Groom. He owned the shipyards on Harwich Quay. He gave 45 years of service to Harwich Borough Council. On the east side of the room you'll find a stained glass window dated 1891 which depicts the Harwich coat of arms. You can see in the middle here is a water gate. Harwich was in fact a walled town at one time, and on the top is a medieval sailing ship. Omnia bona bonis. That means to the good all things are good. To the right, an ordinary looking window, but it does play an important part in the Guildhall story. Every year on Mayor Making Day, the newly elected mayor throws ketchups, spicy little buns, to excited schoolchildren gathered below. Before we leave this room, let's just have a look at the town crier's bell. It would be rung through the streets to give the local people the news. This is the mayor's parlour, where the mayor entertains his guests. There are various pictures on the wall. This depicts the Great Eastern Hotel on Harwich Quay. Further along, you will find a list of mayors from 1604 to 1974. On the far end, a portrait of Charles II. And below the portrait, you'll find the MP's mailbox for Harwich, which was kept in the Houses of Parliament. This is Copenhagen porcelain. This was presented by the town of Esbjerg on the resumption of the Harwich to Esbjerg service after World War II. And this is the official yard, used to ensure that everybody was sticking to the correct length. We have now reached the top of the building, and I'm wearing these gloves to actually look at the original 1604 charter. This is the most precious document in the building. It is the 1604 charter granted by James I. It is written on vellum, and as you can see, the colours are still very, very vibrant because it has been looked after and is almost in the condition as was it was received over 400 years ago. One of the names on the charter is Christopher Jones, captain of the Mayflower. He was one of the capital burgesses of Harwich, in other words, a local councillor. This just about concludes the visit to the Guildhall. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we hope you find time to come and see us one day.